Never
I
mind.
completely missed what he said too. So
I think
Never
he
mind. He
said
wasn't.
wait for him to be done.
No, I did not say that. I said I'm ready a while ago.
Then what?
I
What did you just say?
I said, why don't we do the video first and then we can worry about the intro later.
Uh,
what?
but we're supposed to do the intro first. We're supposed to do the intro and the video together.
Austin clearly doesn't know how podcasts work. I've been listening to a podcast all like this week. Been panicking.
What podcast?
It's a Chicago podcast.
Oh, the heck was that?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's being quiet. I'm trusting.
Anyway,
I'm waiting.
welcome everybody to the High Sky Podcast. I'm here with my co-hosts Redaquil and Razzy.
Oh.
This has gotten very well.
uh,
That should be the intro.
that is the intro.
Okay, good.
So today's topic
Hi.
is what would you do in an apocalypse? You guys got any like specific questions related to zombie apocalypses before we start talking?
Do the zombies have like disabilities or something like that? Like, are they blind? Are they deaf or something like that? Or do they have like all their?
I mean, I guess some of them, since technically the majority of the population of the world turns into zombies, say we're like some of the only ones left alive. I guess some of them are deaf, some of them are blind as well. So some of them are basically just clickers from The Last of Us.
Yeah, and that brings me to my point. Would this be like a Walking Dead apocalypse, or would this be like a Last of Us apocalypse?
Yeah, like just survive.
Because in my opinion, The Last of Us is 10 times more scarier than walkers because of all like you got your runners, got your stalkers, you got your clickers, and you got your
Yeah, I guess
gargoyles.
in this case it would be more of a The Walking Dead type thing.
Okay.
But if there were different types of, let's say there are different types of zombies in this case, what do you think besides like clickers and runners? What do you think would be like? Obviously, you got your common zombies. You got the clickers. You got the runners. Any other types of zombies you guys could think of that would exist?
I would just say like just stalkers because that's like it's like the middle between clicker and runner.
And what are those again? They're forget what the
They're well, you see them more in Last of Us Left Behind, but like they are like runners, but like they start like growing like the stuff that clickers have,
okay.
like the more like the mushroom type stuff they grow. It's mainly on their faces.
Oh yeah, I remember what you're talking about. What are some essentials that you guys would like try and keep on you at all times?
Obviously,
Food obviously is the number one. Water.
Some kind of,
water.
like something to bludgeon them, something to hit them with.
like melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a machete or maybe an axe.
I'd be more of a machete person.
For me personally, I have my own take. But while we're discussing this first, I'll leave my take for later. But yeah, the more essential needs are more important.
What else? Like, I guess obviously a backpack to store that type of stuff in would be important.
I know Last of Us is a video game, but how much stuff, how heavy does Joel's backpack have to be in Last of Us? Because that literally thing carries freaking everything.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
He's got
it's got
flamethrower, not flamethrower, you know what I mean.
Do we?
Nope. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's see. Trying to think. Maybe obviously weapons like guns and stuff, grenades. That'd be about it. Maybe materials for a campfire, tent, sleeping
Yeah.
bag. You wouldn't really have. I in this case, I don't think we would have service, so having a cell phone wouldn't be that handy.
But a walkie would, because
A walker, yeah, a walkie-talkie would be pretty useful too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of gave up there.
All right.
Cell towers would be collapsing at that point.
Weapons. I already know what Red's gonna say for this one, but Razzy, what would you use?
Melee, up close and personal, you know.
You wouldn't use any type of gun?
I'd probably use at most some kind of what do you call it? Automatic.
Like an AR.
Yeah.
All right. Red, I know you're gonna say shotgun. Double
Actually,
shotty.
Besides shotty, I would also say bow and arrow because you'd be more stealthy.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And they're like arrows are like you could find materials to make arrows and that type of depending on what type of environment you're in.
I'd also say
Sniper.
I only say sniper because like if you're like let's say hypothetically there's also more people there, you probably should say the sniper more for actual humans, and like the bow and arrow is more for the like the zombies and whatnot.
Me personally, I think having a handgun on me would be a good idea, and also a shotgun. Maybe like the model. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. I know it was in World at War, or not World at War, but New Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't know if it was in The Last of Us at all. That image isn't loading. It's whatever. But probably a Glock, a model, a hatchet. What about grenades?
Grenades are gonna be hard to find because again, this isn't a video game. It would be real life.
Yeah, but like hypothetically, if you already had some on you, which ones would you like choose to have on you? Frag.
Maybe smoke just a stun.
Smoke, yeah, that's a good idea. I was thinking more towards the Molotovs.
Oh yeah, that too. Those would be hard to craft though.
Yeah, definitely, because you need to find beer bottles or just bottles in general, I guess, that aren't broken, and that
alcohol.
Definitely like everywhere would just. Oh yeah, alcohol too. But in that type of environment, there is going to be a lot of broken glass. So.
Yeah. Before we move on, I want to say something too. This is just because from a TV show that I've watched, but back to the weapons thing. Another weapon I think would kind of be good is shotgun axe.
Shotgun. What's that? Is it just an axe on a shotgun?
It's literally a shotgun with an axe attached to it. If you watch the show Agents of Shield, you'd see what I mean because it's actually really it's like a good concept for a weapon.
Go back to the bow and arrow. Do you think a crossbow would be more? It would be. Do you think that would be a better choice, or would you stick with the bow?
I feel like both could be good, and I say that because if you find a crossbow that has an actual what's the thing called? God dang it. I'm stuttering. A sight, whatever. It'll probably be easier because it could be.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
that's
bows are kind of more efficient than crossbows because they're easier to wind up, I guess you could say. Whereas crossbows, you got to pull the whole thing back, and I mean, you got to load an arrow, you got to pull the whole thing back, and then but
you got to do that with a bow too.
Yeah, but it's a lot faster, ain't it?
And plus two, I think bows are while it does take a lot more practice, they're definitely better for stealth.
Yeah, definitely.
Like stealth distance, I guess.
Those are all the all the questions I really had. Do you guys have anything else? Maybe.
No, not for me. Not for me.
No, not here.
I mean, we've been recording for about 10 minutes. I think what we have is pretty good. Considering that our last one was, 42 minutes or something like that?
42 minutes with like 10 minutes of Razzy.
Yeah.
So I came right after you guys stopped.
Yeah, you did.
Uh,
I actually feel like we should do a part 2 to that one. I only say that because I definitely have a lot more to say, to be honest, about Endgame.
yeah, maybe in the future, maybe we would do a part 2. Maybe we could do a part 2 to this as well when after the HBO show comes out for The Last of Us.
I'm so freaking excited for that though.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see, but that's gonna be a long time from now, so who knows?
That should have its own episode though.
Yeah.
I think.
So that's, I guess this is the end of the end of the episode. I know it was a bit short, but it's all we had.
Kind of had to get this out.
Yeah. That's all we had. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. That'll feature my friend Bill, and we'll be talking about anime. See you.